Legacy Painter. It's storming a little bit outside. I hope my power doesn't go out. But we could honestly use the rain. It's extremely hot here. Let me find that list again. Yo, Stan, thanks for the sub. Let me know if I should open a chest. Wow, it's really coming down outside, chat. Holy moly. Yes, chest. Alright, let's see what we got. Precognition field and 20 play points. What a Marcus card. Let's see. What's up, AE Digital? Hope you're having a good one. I'm having a fine one. There we go. Found the painter list. So it's a bit of an interesting list. We're playing red-green, but the green's a very small splash just for Once Upon a Time. And basically almost all painter decks are red. Sometimes you see mono blue or mono white. How long has it been storming? Like 10 minutes. Yeah, one Scalding turn. There's a single Taiga to hardcast Once Upon a Time in this version. By the way, if you all want to be as cool as Sten, check for that Twitch Prime sub and consider using it here. The cow told me he wanted to cut one Great Furnace for a mountain, so I'm gonna go with that. Well, actually what he said was play Sokenzen, but I'm not a believer in Sokenzen in this deck, so... Well, we will play 3 Great Furnace. Or it's great, as you can tell. It's just in the name. City of Traders. Urza Saga. Urza Saga basically just the best card in a lot of formats. Or not the best card, but an extremely good card is how I would put it. Lotus Petal. Moxopol. Kind of what I really like about this version is we've kind of streamlined down all of the tutor targets. So there's not really that many. I mean, there's enough to make the deck still work, but there's not like a million tutor targets. I think there's a tendency when people play this type of deck to just have too many. Like, people will just go overboard. What am I cooking? Well, isn't a better question, what am I painting? Just think about that. Just think about that for a second. Alright, chat. We need some prayage for no power going out. So, if you're here, channel all of your energy to prayaging. And I will know if you're not prayaging. I will know. I swear, if you're not prayaging, I'll know. Got some Painter Servants. And we have only 2 Grindstones. There's going to be one in the sideboard for the 2 Karns. But we'll get through the main deck first. Bray's Apprentice is the card I'm not sure about, but Cal said he liked it, so I'm going to leave it for now. 1 Samian Spirit Guide. Perfect number, so you never draw multiples. only 3 Fable was kind of interesting. It's like basically first Brea or 4th Fable. And Cal said the first Brea was better, so I'm gonna trust it. Turn. Got some Fury. Furious George strikes again. It's... Oh, where... Okay, there it is. So if you all want to be as cool as the other people who subbed, there's awesome emotes. Maybe we can get some demonstration of the awesome emotes, chat. Surgical Fury. Twin shot sniper. It helps if I could spell it right. What's up, Fine Gersh? Hope you're having a good one. Magus of the Moon. Only 3 though. 3's a lot though. Licensed first. First. Flipper Orb. Loading. Needle. Rhinestone. What else am I missing? Ensnaring Bridge. Missing one more card. Let's try to find it. Make space here. Last card. Armod Script. That's what it is. Armod Script. There's no Mycosynth Lattice because this version of the deck doesn't have as much fast mana, which is kind of interesting to think about, but it also makes sense because Lattice is really expensive. Like, Karn plus Lattice is 10 mana, and when you don't put Lion's Eye Diamond in your main deck, it's really hard to do, I think, unless if you have a lot of action. So... Well, I just explained why there wasn't one, Adam. And I will die on that hill. And that's about that. Yeah, I honestly agree. I mean, I think Lattice is good if you play Lion's Eye Diamond, but this deck doesn't play Lion's Eye Diamond, so therefore I don't think you actually want Lattice. No modern all-star gear per Aether Grid. Yo, joking aside, I haven't seen Aether Grid in modern in basically since Lantern/Affinity got hunted out of existence. Which is kind of sad, I guess. But also, like, this deck is actually not a great Aether Grid deck either, I think. It's kind of funny to think about as well. But, you know, it is what it is. Alright, getting the deck list up on the extension for y'all. Oh yeah, Meltdown sort of makes no one want to play Aether Grid. That's why. But also I'm not convinced Aether Grid would even be good even if there wasn't Meltdown. I think Meltdown's more beatable for a deck like this. You just have to be careful. Also, can someone let me know if the deck list is updated? Good versus Meltdown. Not sure about that. I think it's reasonable versus Meltdown, is how I would put it. Good might be a stretch. I did cut the Great Furnace for a Mountain. You suggested Sokenzin, but I'm not gonna play Sokenzin. I don't like the card as much as other people. Oops. I've actually had this argument about Sokenzin in Modern 4C, and I don't like it there. So it's kind of a consistent philosophy, you know. Alright, prediction up. Bet on what record you think I'll have. I guess I'll actually see if... Nah, that's not gonna fire. I had a brief inkling of going to the prelim, but I'm actually just not gonna bother. Turbo Smog? Haven't played a Chain of Smog deck in a long time. It's true. Urza's Saga is like... I could ping them with my constructs, or I could attack with my constructs. Easy 6-0. How am I getting to 6-0? Just tell me how I'm getting to 6-0. Currently it's 95 Fahrenheit. For those of you who live in Europe, it's 35 Celsius. Hopefully it's going to get cooler. KCC, 61 cards. 5-0, but my internet dies, then I go 1-0. Let's see. I think this is probably a keep. Swimming in sweat sounds horrible. I mean, I think this is a keep, but if I was told it was a mistake, I would also believe you, I suppose. Okay. Dark Confidant. Probably going to Fury that in my turn, but we'll see what I draw. Adam, this person's notorious for playing like Loam decks. The question is, what do I pitch? I think I'm gonna pitch Engineer. I really just don't want them getting resources after they've gone down like a bunch of cards. I don't really like that. I'm gonna discard... Maybe I should just discard Servant and Welder, actually. And just play like a fair game and soul guide that Loam. Just like play a normal game. Keep all? I don't really see what this painter is doing. I could also discard nothing, but I feel like I should discard at least one. If anything, I should discard at least the Servant because I can load it back in. I think I'm just going to discard Painter Servant, actually, and just soul guide that. Yeah, I think I'm only going to discard Servant. I think that's actually correct. Interesting. Do I think my opponent's going to waste me? I think I'll just attack and see if they waste me. If they waste me, then like it kind of triply punishes them for doing the thing, you know? Because I can always use the treasure to cast all my stuff. They didn't go for it. Darn. Kind of hoping they would. I think I'm just going to cycle this to draw a card, actually. Alright, that's kind of okay. Yeah, exactly. I think because I can weld my treasures out. Oh, that's bad. Alright, guess I'm dead. I'm looking for Brea now. It literally has to be Brea, I think. Maybe they don't see the line. Fascinating hypothesis. Okay. That was disappointing. I guess I could have kept the engineer. It felt wrong at the time, though. What am I drawing Grindstone from? Also, let me think about how to subword. I think I want the Maguses. Am I supposed to side out? Maybe like one hearse? I think the Maguses and hearse make sense. Question is, do I even side these out? No, it makes a treasure. My friend, that is 2 sets ago now. I feel like Saga is kind of a liability versus deck, but it's also kind of hard to cut too many. Alright, I'm gonna cut 2 Sagas. That might be insane, but I'm gonna do it. Just because, like, it doesn't really work that well with Magus of the Moon. I'm gonna keep. This hand's really, really good, actually. Alright, your turn. See, the trick is they don't always have Mox Diamond. If they don't always have Mox Diamond, then Magus is like kind of a lock for some. Or it at least makes it really hard for them to play the game. I should have targeted my own once upon a time, that was a mistake. But we'll remedy that in a second. I think leaving up that to counter a Loam, like due to Mox Diamond, is probably worth more. They're almost dead now. I cut 2 Sagas, yeah. I think that makes sense. I think I'm going to get Grindstone anyways, just in case if something weird happens. I don't even know what weird thing could happen. We have them dead next turn to our beatdowns, though. So now they know they really want Mox Diamond versus us. I don't think that changes much, though. Yeah, I side out 2 Sagas. I don't think the Sniper is that good versus them, and I don't think Fury is that good versus them. I think what I should do is just leave it on. I don't think they're BG depths. I mean, they were 61 cards, and also this person is notorious for playing like 3 to 4 color decks, so. But if it was like stock Golgari depths, they usually play Abrupt Decay. But I haven't seen that deck in so long that, like, it's probably not even worth thinking about anymore. But this hand's pretty good. I have turn 1 Welder, turn 2 Magus, or if I draw a Blast, I have turn 2 Painter plus Blast, which is pretty good. They might be mulliganing to Mox, which is kind of smart, actually. But I'm never going to mulligan this hand. This hand's just, like, extremely good, I think. I'm really tilted. I can never mulligan that hand, but obviously they just had a turn 2. I don't really think I messed up either. Like, it's just so hard for this deck to interact on that axis. Hi, GG's. No, Sniper's just there when, like, you actually want a shock in your deck, I think. I don't think it's, like, specifically for Delver, but it's, like, it's a reasonable card to have in a bunch of matchups, I think. This person was last playing Grixis Death Shadow, like, literal Grixis Death Shadow. Fascinating. But this hand's pretty good, so I'm not going to mulligan. I'm not going to play Saga this turn. If you play Saga this turn, it's too easy for Wasteland to own you. If you play Saga next turn, it's like kind of fine. Alright, they're still on Shadow, I guess. They waste me, that's fine. At least, like, it only trades for 1 Saga. It's like an iteration, probably. Okay, not iteration. Oh, in case I draw Oat, that makes sense, actually. The reason I did it was I think their deck has discard, and it's kind of nice to just get it around discard here. But maybe I shouldn't even bother. I guess I probably wouldn't even take the pedal, really. That's fine. Just run it out. I'm not gonna play anything because of days. Like, it's not really worth to play something into days here, I think. Okay. It's gonna kill it. Alright, I guess time to start casting my spells and make them have forces. Oh yeah, I'm gonna lead with Fable off Ancient Tomb. Fine. Force Pitch Daze. We might have a big Murktide. Hypothetically, that should be okay. Alright, Consideration. I'm just trying to run them out of cards. Really. Fortunately, 2 of my Sagas are gone, which is not great. Ooh, that's a bad iteration for them. I'm gonna wait a turn on Karn. Kind of better if I just cast 2 of my spells this turn. They're down 1 force and a daze. There's another force pitching another daze. Remember, I can convert my cards to resources, like my shit artifacts to resources, so that might matter. Without, okay, I guess I can't. Murktide? Yeah, sure. They're down to 2 cards. I think I'm supposed to shove on Karn. That's also good. I guess I'll play Karn first and see what they do. I think good to get. Should I just blast first? And then minus? Or should I just blast first, then plus? I'll blast first, I guess. Alright, now what? Do I minus for coding? Bad versus Lightning Bolt. Or just plus? The other question is, do I attack versus your Death Shadows? And the answer is probably not as well. Alright, I think it's plus, say, go. And don't attack because of Death Shadow. So, like, giving them a bigger shadow is, like, honestly not very good. Yeah, but they could very easily could play Bolt. I mean, obviously they don't have it right now, but... who knows? People can change their mind. Alright, this looks like a shadow to me. Let's ponder. Okay. I think if they're going that route... I think I can minus safely. Does their deck have an out to bridge? Doesn't look like it. So if I bridge them in game 1, they're dead? Okay, cool. I think now I can attack because of the bridge. What else can I get? It's good. So the hearse is kind of okay. Sure. Actually, just cast it. If they force it, that's fine. Alright. Bolt ya. That was an interesting game. I think I just got, like, ahead because they had to, like, trade 2-for-1 with a bunch of my things. Now, trickier is that they have Meltdown, so you have to be a little bit more careful and not run all of your stuff out and just, like, get obliterated. Because if you do that, I think you just lose. What's the advice? Advice. I think Karn, Opal Petal are coming out, but maybe it's different. This sort of makes sense, though. If I get the match one with another bolt, well, I guess I'll go for it, but it's not that easy. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. The problem is, I think the big black creatures are sometimes a problem, but trying to Ensnaring Bridge versus Meltdown in Game 2 is not as safe. And also, just Karn kind of sucks versus Daze anyways, so... I think this hand's really good, actually. The second Once Upon a Time's not ideal, but everything else is pretty good. Mountain is good, actually. Yeah, but they're... Well, the thing is, they didn't appear to have Lightning Bolt, but they have... Yeah, actually I should have sided in Magus, I think. Magus actually looks good versus them if their last list didn't have Bolt. But I kind of assume they have Bolt. I guess I'll force them to have Wasteland. If they don't have Wasteland right here, it's actually pretty good for me. But you could make an argument for playing Taiga instead, I think, and just playing EOT Oat. But I think I'm going to just play this here and make them have Waste. Is it crazy to want to blast this one? I feel like they're looking for a waste. Cost me 2 cards though. I think the decision is actually close. And that's what I'm thinking. I think I will, but I think it actually is close. I think it's actually really close. I know you said earlier, Cal, but it kind of felt like they're soft. Yeah, see, this is what I felt like was going to happen, which is why I wanted to do it. If that makes sense. Well, it's less about that and more I felt like they didn't actually have a land. I think the tiebreaker for me is if my Saga got wasted, I didn't really have a good, like, follow-up, right? My follow-up hand, if my Saga gets wasted, is actually not that good. Is the primary issue I have. If that makes sense. So that's sort of what I was thinking about, you know? I think it's actually really close, but, you know, whatever. Okay, that's not good. Fuck. I don't know, land. Water. Shadow? Maybe Shadow, I guess. It's really weird that they have Blood Crypt in their deck when they have a 3 Dazes. Yeah, I was just actually scared of them having Wasteland, though. That's what it comes down to, in my opinion. It's not anything else. If I had more resources, like, instead of just a bunch of lands, I probably wouldn't do that. Question is, do I play around Merc? The way I would play around Merc is to axe their graveyard. I think what I'm going to do first is do this first. And then decide. Okay, that's a Fury. I don't have any red cards in hand. I guess that's at least a spell. I think I'm going to play around the Murktide. Because I think it's just way too likely they have a Murk and it will actually, like, 3-shot me or 2-shot me or whatever, you know? If I had a Blast in hand, I probably wouldn't do that, but I think this is just a lot safer. Well, the problem is they know about Fury, so it's probably just going to get, like... They're probably going to, like, shock themselves or something, or, like, cast a Thoughtseize. This is where blasting the first iteration doesn't look that good. And this is, like, kind of what Callum was talking about, because if you expect the game to go long, it's actually kind of bad to blast that first thing, I think. Oh god, do I play around Street Wraith? Also, Daze is a consideration. Well, the problem is if they have Street Wraith, it's really bad. But yeah, I would also play Tomb if I was casting this. I guess I kind of just have to do it. Like, the problem is if I don't do it, it's not really getting better for me. And if they, okay, they did force it. They pitched Regent, which I guess I'm glad I read as a card. But if they attack me, I'm probably just going to take it all. I don't think blocking can ever win. Alright, I'm no longer allowed to take it all. Okay, I am dead. That shock is lethal if they have another shock in the deck. It'll be 16 damage. Alright, I think I like Magus, actually. I think I'm going to cut the Sniper, actually. I don't think it's actually good versus them. I'm going to just have the Maguses in. I'm probably going to shave, like... What am I allowed to shave? Maybe it's just, like, 2 Furies, actually. Because I don't think Fury's actually that good versus them. I'm going to cut the Furies. I guess. If I draw a Soul Land, this is a protected turn 3 Magus. But even still, like, maybe I can just, like, force them into a situation where they have to have a lot. I also don't really like mulliganing versus the Thoughtseize deck, but that might be crazy. I'm not Power Blasting, like, a cantrip or something here. That... Well... It's a little bit fair, but I think you're also supposed to just keep here. Ancient Tomb. It's actually weirdly okay. Ancient Tomb, please. Ancient Tomb. Vomit. I still have to play it out because I do have Welder in my deck, but I feel on a vomit right now, kind of. I think I'm actually going to start going after these now. I just hope they don't have anything good. Ancient Tomb, please. Bomb. I even cut a Great Furnace for a mountain, actually. I'm worried about my mana situation is really what's going on. I'm actually worried about it, if that makes sense. Bless that. This is extremely bad. I'm very salty. Alright, guess I was never winning. I mean, if I'd drawn that tomb like a turn earlier, this game is very easy, actually, but instead I'm, like, actually 1000% dead. The problem is, it didn't even actually matter that the Magus didn't resolve or not, because just forcing it makes these 3/3s, which I think is good enough to beat me on this board. which is kind of funny to think about. Like, I actually just think the -1 life would have actually been good enough, even if I had resolved my Magus. Because I don't really have a lot of time versus 2 Shadows to actually win, you know? I think it was reasonable for me to do what I did in all those spots. It's just the Null Rod was super, super frustrating to play against in this situation. That was very infuriating, actually, but... The deck trolled me a bit there because there's actually not that many artifact mana sources left in the deck, given how we sideboarded. Like, there's literally a Petal and 1 Great Furnace in those draw steps. Anyways, I want to shout out everyone for being here on this Thursday. Thanks for being here. If you want to support the stream, hit that follow button. That's free to do and really help support the stream. If you want to support the stream even further, consider using a Twitch Prime sub here. If you have Amazon Prime, you have a Twitch Prime sub. Use it once per month. Support some streamers. Thanks for being here. And yeah, this song is a slapper. I mean, we weren't actually that exposed with Null Rod with our hand. If they had just Null Rodded us and I just drew an Ancient Tomb, they actually die on the spot, I think. So, just think about that. Like, in a sense, we were respecting Null Rod by playing Magus of the Moon, you know? Oh, it's Julian. Julian playing some, like, quirky deck. I mean, there's bad variants. Obviously, I could have just not blasted the first Ponder, but I felt like it was correct in our situation. Prepare for Moderation? Is he playing the literal card Moderation? Like, that card's unplayable. Sorry. You won't spoil anything. I will just sit here trying to kill Julian slowly but surely. Possibly I should have blasted that, but I kind of want to resolve these Goblin Engineers. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Do want to be mindful of my life total, actually. I think I can just wait a turn to cast the other one. Oh, maybe I should just power the island, yeah. No, they can just daze it. Is there a way to get around daze? I guess I'll just do it now. I should have done it Oh no, it doesn't matter because Daze always counters it. That's fine. Daze literally always counters it. The extra mana doesn't matter. Daze always picks up the island. If I'm gonna pyro that. It literally doesn't matter. Is there a way this can screw me? I guess I'll just let it all happen. Possibly I should have pyroblasted that one as well, but... yeah, fuck it. I think he's F6. Or I guess he wasn't F6. Maybe I shouldn't have gone after the lands. I think that was actually a trap. If only someone had told me not to do that. I'm not gonna do it this time. I shouldn't have even done it the first time. Well, actually, the first time is more defensible because they missed a land drop. But I think it was actually pretty bad to do it all the other times, actually, but... I thought someone said there was something special about Julian's deck. I literally don't see anything special about Julian's deck. I literally don't see any fun cards. These are all, like, extremely normal cards. You cannot tell me that he's playing Moderation when he's only fetched Volcanic Island and Island. You just can't. No, with it. Problem with attacking is if they just have Brainstorm or like Lightning Bolt into like a sorcery or an artifact, you get obliterated. I think this actually does matter to me. I really shouldn't have gone after the lands to begin with. I should have just let them have all of the lands and just flood out and just like countered the Murktides and rule spells. I got debated by Twitch chat. Who's gonna take responsibility here? Any Twitch chatters here to take responsibility? Any Twitch chatters? Ooh, Matt McCullough is taking responsibility. You love to see it. Yeah, it was so awful. I played myself. Grindstone, please. Christ. Alright. That's how it's gonna be. I think I could have easily won if I hadn't, like, gone after the fucking island for no reason. Maybe not easily won. Oh, by the token looks sweet. Alright, save for one. Plan on blocking with this. This one to stay out of bolt range. I mean, yes, bolt is bad for me, but I think potentially if I draw well, I can still beat it. Sad. Yeah, should have just, like, why do I care if he has one more island in play? That was just bad play. That was extremely bad. But yes, I would like to play first. Let's go resolve. Joins bobbling himself. That's the correct thing to do with Bobble and Delver in these scenarios. Alright, so he knows the top card's a spell. Wonder. Saga Blast. Thought I could take one hit, but maybe you're right. Maybe I'll draw Fury. There's a lot of artifacts in the graveyard, that's kind of funny. Yeah, maybe Saga Blast was better. Okay. I think I'm convinced that was better. Look, this is just a warm-up league, right? Just a warm-up. Get all of the mistakes out. I want to loot this fetch away, I think. Is it crazy to loot away fetch and spirit guide? Oh, that would be cool. Maybe we'll set that up after this. Sure. After that. Oh, that's really good, actually. Okay, I think I just want to manage the board now, for sure. Okay. Wait, I guess I'll do this first. It's worked out actually pretty well. The only issue is I have this one spawn in time, which is not so good, but I guess I'll have a treasure, so it should work itself out. Didn't want to keep you up too late, Cal. That's the thing. Like, I know you've been sweating your arse off, right? I don't think they have a bolt in hand because you don't really let that. Don't really let that go without. You just cast Oat first. I'm going to. That's good. Alright, so if they play a Murktide, it's not even that bad for me, right? So I should just not even do anything with this? I should just say go, I think. Like, if they play a Merc, it's only 1, 2, it's only a 5/5. I also have a Blast for it as well. I guess it'll be a 6/6, but that's fine. Alright, we'll get you in after this match then. We'll get you in. For a few matches. Maybe 5 matches. I think Bridge vs. Delver is a huge mistake because you will just die to Meltdown. Agent 56k. Bridge is like a better Game 1 card versus Delver. It's actually a bad Game 2 card, I think. Like, that's the opposite of what you want to do, I believe. Okay. Okay. What's mat them? Like, prison them out? Is that what you mean, Julian? Like in chess. I see. Floating jar. God damn, soaking like a true lantern player. My favorite card of all time? Probably I would say Schadenfort. I don't want to crack this. War Prison also did it, yeah, that's true. What's the point of holding Lantern? I want to crack it for a card later. I do not want to exile their graveyard, which it will let them play a 3/3 Murktide region. I'm not convinced I care about that, because I can just copy Fury with Reflection, and I'm pretty sure they don't have a Bolt. Because I think it's like crazy to have a Bolt and let both of these live for so long. Okay. Okay, so I guess they just drew the Bolt. Kind of confusing, I guess. I think I'm just gonna draw a card right now. Don't want to play this out. It doesn't do anything. You know, like, if I play it out and just dies to Meltdown, like, where do you get? Nowhere. Whereas, like, 5/5's big enough to, like, kill them anyways, so... Well, one Meltdown's accounted for, so if they find the other one, obviously it's not so good, but... They can't Sanctuary this one back. I exiled it with Soul Guide Lantern. It was not to shuffle. So they found Meltdown? Kind of looks like they found Meltdown. Not concentrating! Alright, there's the Meltdown. But... if I draw a land, I can still try to kill them. Should have actually tapped like that, I think. Well, I guess that gives more info if I tap like that. Then they know I don't have a blast. Okay. So they're just staving off death. That's fine. I name Black. No reason to let them kill my stuff with a Pyroblast if they draw it. Yeah, I figured Join figured out that you actually have to daze there, because if I just have a land, you just die. Wonder if Julian has Cantrip into Meltdown for 2. That would be kind of problematic. Alright, looks like Cantrip into Meltdown for 2. So why put the Meltdown on top instead of the Bolt? Yeah, you should put Bolt on top if you don't have a man. If this is your plan, you should put a Bolt on top. No, you needed to put Bolt on top to Bolt the Servant, because if you melt down for 1, I just attack you for 1 damage. So now you have to ponder into a Bolt. Not to shuffle. God damn. Very unfortunate for me. I'm probably gonna lose now. Chad, is it okay for me to be slightly salty? Come on. GG, I guess. So frustrating. I mean, obviously I didn't play game 1 perfectly, but that game was infuriating. No, Rough wasn't actually that bad. Alright. Alright, we're going into a serious mode, chat. We're going to get Callum himself in here. So just hold on a sec. We'll get the Callum in. Let me see if I can find a good picture of him, too. Ooh, we got a good one. Ah, shit, I have to resize this? Fuck, I haven't resized a picture in so long. Can you all see the Terminus Nord? Terminus Nord. Well, Callum doesn't have a realistic sweep schedule. Anyways, I've discussed this with him many times. All right, Cal, let me find you. What did we use last time? Was Discord good last time? Or did we use Zoom? I can't remember. I guess we'll try Discord. Did you change your name on Discord? Oh, you did, actually.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, of course. Let me adjust the audio real quick.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright, me to the stream. I've got a husky voice because I've been shouting in rehearsal. There we go.
Yeah, that's what metal bands are like.
Yeah. All right, let's paint some fools.
Okay. So, obviously those games didn't go great, but I also didn't play perfect. But that's fine.
Like, I really get the urge to like just blast lands. I totally get
shouldn't.
it.
I once the game played out, I'm like, this is just bad. This plan doesn't make any sense. Because once you do that, you actually have to do it to all of them. It doesn't make sense. Like, you have to commit one or the other. But
right. And like the way you pointed out, like Daze just counters it, even if it's like turn 10 with 20 mana in play. It's the other thing is like the devil matchups, they just go on a long time. Even if they're stuck on one land, like all their relevant cards in the matchup are like Bolt and just Force of Will or Daze, whatever. So the way I found the matchup goes is I know there's like going to be situations where like you do blast the expressive iterations, but I find like you don't do that and you regain card advantage back, not just by nature of like things like Fable and stuff, but their dazes go dead very quickly. We have a lot of fast mana. We have some filtering and stuff. We can play around days very well as long as we make the game go long. And then the forces are 2-for-1s as well, and the forces are just very bad to blast. So they're kind of like pressured to use the blast early. And so you just kind of like get your goblins force of will and stuff sometimes. Or if it goes late, then you get to like blast the force of wills where it matters.
Right.
You set up situations. So weirdly, their own card disadvantage, like inherently with the deck, like kind of plays out to be even with iteration in the long run. And then so I've just found like you just prioritize killing their threats over everything, unless you're like really ahead and are confident you can snowball, basically.
Yep.
So I had a game in the showcase. I think I mentioned it to you, but I beat 5 iterations and 2 meltdowns on a melt of 5. Just because I just played super slowly, never played into anything. Like,
Right.
and they had a third meltdown because of Mystic Sanctuary and stuff in hand at the end, and they should have returned a bolt, and then I managed to like combo them. So I like sandbag everything when I can. Like I just don't play a painter out, even if I have blasts in hand and stuff. I just play really, really slowly and patiently. Which, if you don't have removal in your hand, you can't afford to do that. So it's obviously dependent on what's actually in your hand, but it's the preferred way to approach it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if this goes better. I mean, obviously, let's see what happened to the first match. Oh, I mean, Dark Depths is kind of like sometimes they're going to kill you faster than you killed them, and you can't really do anything about it.
Turn 2 depth is a massive weak point for the deck. It's another reason I have Brayer's Apprentice in the deck. Brayer's Apprentice is mostly just a generic thing to go and get with Engineer, because I found like in a lot of the time I was playing against either Delver or like Jeskai or 4-color control piles, whatever. I would want to play out the goblins as 8 or threats that need to be answered. But didn't have something in the deck that was threatening enough to make them answer the goblins essentially.
Right.
So it does that, and then if they don't answer the goblins, well, then it is just getting you 2 cards a turn. It is advantage, it's board presence, it pressures planeswalkers, and it is a colorless Thopter to block Marit Lage, especially versus green-white depths. That comes up a bit actually. So it just fills a bunch of roles. I wasn't high on the card until I've played the deck enough to realize that it fills holes that the deck actually wants, rather than it being an especially good card.
Yeah, I think the better white-green depths pilots would probably have Tower of the Magistrate in Versio.
Yeah,
but
probably.
That's kind of fringe, and it's not even like every white-green depths deck actually plays that card as well. So
yeah,
even though I think personally I would, because by the way, this is 81 card Yorion, so
81 card Yorion. Let's go.
yeah, it's probably some scorned elves player. They're just like, yeah.
My guess is going to have Primeval Titan in it.
Do you keep these hands in the dark?
Yeah, I would. Seems fine. Like, it's obviously we would like to probably put back Mountain of the Tiger for something else, but I would just go Mountain Go. Yeah.
Yep.
And then with the intention to like go Saga next turn. Okay.
How's this matchup?
It's pretty good. So it was really, really bad for a long time, I found, because the good players would just I'd go Saga here.
Yeah.
The good players would just know to like just prioritize playing recruiters, get Solitude, and build up Solitudes in your hand, and you would struggle to combo through that. But then I added some Torpor Orbs to the sideboard, and it completely flipped the matchup. But now adding Furies and Fable, I think you don't need the Torpor Orb, so I still have it. It's just very, very high upside for one sideboard slot, because it's incredible against Doomsday as well. But yeah, they have a 1 lander. Okay. Well, so we're going to be trying to prioritize killing that Vial. Not doing very well so far. I would, you know what, I'm almost tempted to just slam this Fable, because if you have 1 lander here, like obviously they have the Vial. They only have the 1 Vial. Yeah, I'll slam Fable, because they obviously have some interaction. They might have a Thalia, so I just want to get like things going. And we're a bit flooded. The Pyroblast is not great. We want to dig for a Painter, because if we can blast that Vial, it's a huge game. So yeah, they're probably gonna like think about Swords or Solituding it, but yeah, I just wanna.
So what am I getting off the Saga?
Probably a Soul-Guide Lantern. Well, let's see what we Fable first. Stack the triggers so the Saga goes on first, and then we want to loot before we search for the Saga.
Oh, so you want to resolve this draw 2 discard?
Want to resolve the Fable first, see what we draw into, and then we can make a decision. Because if we just draw 2 more lands, we want to get the Soul-Guide Lantern to cantrip. So here I pitch the Maya and Great Furnace.
I see. I guess we're gonna have enough mana. Oh wow, that was really bad.
So that was really bad. So now that informs our decision, because if we drew into like really, really good stuff, then we might even want to make a construct. But I think we just want to tap for a mana and I would probably actually just get a Lotus Petal here, because we're trying to dig for a painter to blast this Vial.
So this is probably
could be-
Thalia.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
That's... Oh, they were okay. They were afraid that
We
we
might
had
have a
Piping
needle.
Needle. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Right,
makes
so
a
we're
lot
glad
of
we have the
sense.
bolt. I'm kind of tempted to just get the Solgai Lantern now. Now we know what's happened.
And just cycle it.
Hold on, so we're gonna bolt. We have one floating. We have 2, 3 mana. We're gonna bolt. So we can once upon a time with like 1 mana left over at the end as well. So I do like getting the Solgai Lantern and just cantripping. Yeah.
Just cycle first, I imagine. Then, if that's the plan.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Lovely. Okay, this draw is not kind of panning out, so I would just play the Tiger, bolt it, and pass. And if they activate the Vial on 2, we need to cast Once Upon a Time in response.
Yeah.
Thalia. Yeah. So I think we did things fine so far, but these Once Upon a Times are not looking their best.
The real problem is, I believe there's only one tag in the deck as well, right?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay. Okay. What's going on?
Oh, is it Cephalid? Actually.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah,
40. 81.
Yeah,
I think
actually,
you're right.
I'm getting Cephalid vibes. I think
Yeah.
I should just take the welder, right?
Yeah. We've got nothing else going on. Seems good. Okay. There was an argument to taking Tomb, so we can Ancient Tomb into Painter and have a blast up.
I see.
So yeah, because Welder just doesn't really do anything here. But I would Once Upon a Time first. Yeah.
These are not the best impulses I've ever cast in my life.
No, they're not. They do have diminishing returns.
I think we want the Great Furnace.
Yeah, I'd take the Great Furnace, and I think I would just play Great Furnace and pass with Bolt and Pyroblast up.
Yeah.
I know they can they can combo to an extent through the Vial and stuff, but it's just not really doing anything. And the Kiki in play gives it pseudo haste if we need to.
Yeah, is there a possibility that they're actually Esper Vial?
They don't play Stoneforge.
Oh, well.
We'll find out here, but yeah.
Yes, I mean, all those decks kind of blend together for me. Is the real issue?
It could be it's also 81 Yorion. It could just be.
Oh, they got Stoneforge. Okay.
It might just be like black white stuff. Weird Esper Vials, Stoneforge. Eli says, yeah. I think it's just some. I think you're right. It's probably not Cephalids, and it's some unusual thing. Like,
does this mean it's Orgia of Pontiff, right? Like 100% of the time.
It's either Pontiff or like Nightclubber or something.
Or
it could be a buff.
Engineer, yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah,
also
engineer, of course.
But what the one damage doesn't matter. Like, might as well just take it.
Yeah, engineer makes sense. It just really is not worth the.
Oh, my mind obviously went to Pontiff first, but they're kind of the same thing, you know.
Yeah. I thought of Nightclubber, so that shows a rule.
Well, Orgia of Pontiff is in Devil Masters Limited, which is the real reason I remembered. They failed to find. I want to kill this.
I would not do it in a turn in case you draw Fury, but yeah, we plan to. Sure. I think we have like mana to make the decision later. Ooh, that's really good. Okay. This with the Fable. Hold on. I think we play the engineer.
Okay.
Off Great Furnace and Mountain.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get a painter, and then if they tap the Vial, we'll see what comes in. But then, okay, let's see what they. Okay, let this come in. I think.
Yeah. So even if it's Thalia, I could just kill the. Oh.
This is on 3. Opposition. Okay, we bolt it now.
I want to kill that fucking thing instead. Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna get Caldred, but we have the Weld. Oh, okay. Well, we forced that. Right, this is all weird SFR stuff. Okay. All right, so now because we know they have a Caldred in their hand and a second Stoneforge, we are getting Caldred. So I want to try and find something that can put an artifact in their graveyard. And then play the Welder this turn. As soon as we get an artifact in their graveyard, Then we get two things. I think I would just. I mean, next turn we can probably combo there, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I would. I'd grab a painter here and then just play the welder.
Yeah.
Actually, do we
Oh.
not play the painter because we suspect they have a plague engineer? I would just leave up reflection activation to do end of their turn, probably.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can copy the engineer. If they kill in response, it's also kind of okay for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
An opposition agent. I kind of despise this card, like, on design principles. I actually hate all of the, like, 3-drop, like, you can't do something that your deck wants to do, sort of thing, if that makes sense. Hull Breacher is particularly bad, but...
I'm not a fan either. Right, so we take 5, we'll reflection end of turn the engineer. They could have another opposition agent. I don't
think they can play that many of those.
They probably would have done it when we're tapped out as well. Maybe. Oh, we didn't tap out, did we? Let's see. They might have another one.
Right, I don't think they do. So
we get a grindstone. Yeah.
So are we lethal through removal? Okay, they conceded.
Yeah, so we tap the Great Furnace, engineer in the grindstone.
Cool. Yeah.
Pay 3 mana, hold priority, and sack the grindstone for the painter.
So this is Esper, Vial, Yorion. It doesn't look like they have the combo access. It's just like it's like Jeff's deck +1 card.
I think it's like well, yeah, he doesn't. I know he doesn't play Stoneforge, and I don't think he has opposition agent main deck. So I think it's just Esper. I feel like. Newton says, "What is Painter's worst matchup outside of Eldrazi?" Worst matchup is probably Sneak and Show. Like they have a bunch of interaction. They have like red removal. They have also will. They have a fast combo, and like they sneak attack through your blast very often. And then you need to have Solgar Lantern in addition to the combo. So that's really bad.
It's a lot to ask for. I assume you don't like Magusing these people. I think Needle makes sense.
Needle makes sense. Fury extra makes sense. Twin Shot makes sense. Yep. I would cut the Solgar Lantern.
Do we need Karn?
Karn I think is good. They have Stoneforge and Vial, so I think Karn's good. And they're a mid-range deck. I would bring in Torpor Orb.
Okay.
They have Recruiter and Stoneforge and stuff as well.
Well, so
I think I would
the question is, do we Karn for the orb, or do we just want to draw the orb? Oh, we have Engineer, I see.
Yeah, Engineer for it, yeah. I don't mind coding the Karns, actually. I think it's kind of just fine against Vial, and then we have the Needle for it. On the play, we might bring it in. I think I would cut I'd probably cut like a piece of mana here.
Then I'll shave the second pedal, yeah.
Yeah, that seems good. Yeah, this seems good.
Yeah.
I'm not I want to see how they fetch for the Magus. If game 3, if they just fetch duels, I don't like trying to like just cheese people with Magus unless the matchup's really bad. But if they just fetch loads of duels, then we'll. Yeah. All right, I have a rule. I never keep one-landers.
I was going to say this hand looks extremely bad to me, actually. But...
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Yeah. These things like you're like, oh, if I just draw another land, it's great.
This hand seems excellent to me on the reverse side.
This is good.
The question is, what do we bottom?
I think I actually bottom the engineer.
Okay. I think it was one of these two.
Yeah, it's close actually, but I kind of want to find another land so we can go. I mean, I'm planning to go Tiger Go, and then like go Painter another thing. Yeah. To finish Newton's question, it's pretty Sneak and Show, and then. Oh,
good thing we bottomed the engineer back. Okay,
yeah.
I take everything back. I am in favor of bottoming Goblin Engineer. I think it's still correct to do this. I don't want to cast the OAT until I'm forced to.
Yeah, cool. I like it. Also, I find Green White Depths hard, and Elves is a bit unfavored, probably. All right. Cool. Yeah, well, we'll let this resolve. And we'll take our draw, because we can't find anything we can do instant speed with the Once Upon a Time. If they didn't have the Leyline, I think I would have Once Upon a Time turn 1, because we have like good turn 2 plays set up already, so we don't need to be finding anything especially.
Oh, Sword of Fire and Ice. Oof.
Let's take our draw first. See what, go to our turn, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Did we
now,
side in the Sniper? We did, right?
I think we did.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of happy. Sophie is a lot easier to beat than Cauldra here. It might mean they have it in hand, but
Well, there's a Fury I could grab. Question is if I actually want to do that.
I would grab the Fury and just play Ancient Tomb Fable here, I think. Because I want to play the Fury with Force with Blast Up for protection, and we might just be able to like hardcast it next turn.
Well,
yeah,
it is true. If none of our stuff dies, we can cast it next turn. That is true.
Yeah. This is why I love Fable, especially. It's not like a synergy as such, but it just fits on the curve. So very often you play Fable turn 2 and then attack with the Goblin, and you just cast Fury. Like the 5 is a massive step of difference. Pyrokinesis, which is what's always asked about, and just finding Fury once upon a time.
Yep, I mean, I think a lot of people have played with Fury and Fable in other formats by this point. It's kind of hard not to convince. Well, that's a Field of Ruin.
Yeah.
That's kind of a weird one for that deck to play.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, the question is, yeah. Well, what do you discard now?
I think it's nothing. It's either Fury if we no longer care about that thing, or nothing.
So the question is, do I play out the Servant and just name blue? Because the thing is, if you actually do that, the sword can't equip anything.
Yeah, I think I would. I would discard nothing. Okay. Attack first. Well, I want to see if they have a Cauldra.
If they have Cauldra, I guess we get the mana out of the deal anyways. That's what we really want.
Yeah, if they have Cauldra, then we lose our Goblin, fine. I just want to see. Yeah.
There's no harm in playing the land out first, I think, actually. But
yeah, I agree. So let's see.
Okay, they didn't have it.
Right, so yeah, let's just play the Painter. And I think I would actually just play the Grindstone as well, because we have double Blast Up. Yeah, and play off the Tiger.
Right.
It might have a Wasteland or something. Alright. Looking pretty good.
This is kind of sick, actually. Also, I love how the Shaman token looks like this.
It's cool. Yeah.
Do you remember Shadowmoor?
Like I didn't play... Oh. Yeah, cool. Yeah, counter this.
Yeah.
Technically, I always Elemental Blast it first, just because in case bridge and stuff, but yeah. Right. We're in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, anyways, a lot of the Shadowmoor creatures looked like that as well.
Did they have the noggins?
The Noggles.
The Noggles, that's it. Because they're blue-red as well, right?
Yeah, that was blue-red.
Funny enough, this week I was actually reading about them. It might have been like a Twitter history post.
Yeah.
I love the Shadowmoor Eventide, everything kind of art and style and stuff. It's such a different thing. Like it's very Magic to me, old Magic.
Well, the only issue I had with that entire set, Shadowmoor and Eventide, was the draft format was extremely bad, because you know how there's like, quintuple of those symbols. What that actually meant was you were supposed to be monocolor almost every draft.
He drafted it quite a lot on the flashback drafts, and I loved it. It took me like...
so you loved it?
It took me like 4 or 5 drafts to work out that you had to be monocolor all the time. When you got it, it was like, oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I'd counter this as well. Make him have it. And the thing is, if they don't have a Force here,
then
if they do have a Force, we're still in a really good spot. So yeah,
wow,
nice.
That game was a lot. I think I could have probably won those games by myself as well, but obviously it doesn't hurt. I mean, that was a lot easier, right?
It was easier.
Instead of getting null rotted and then drawing my literal last Great Furnace.
Yeah, that was really rough.
We even cut one because you mentioned you wanted to cut one because of Meltdown. Of course, the same thing applies right there. Like, null rot is equally valid, This looks pretty good to me.
Yep, this is great.
I guess I fetch Taiga, play Welder.
Yeah, I would just fetch Mountain, play Taiga. I love basics. This hand, we don't want to get wastelanded. And even if you want to bait wastelands, if you wanted to bait a wasteland, you'd go Great Furnace here, even though the welder stuff, because you can weld it back in. Having an artifact in the graveyard is useful. But the Tiger, you don't want to get wasteland early, because then you just lose the ability to fetch it later.
Sure.
And okay. So I would just
Should I just
go
Turbo Saga? Yeah. And just hope I don't think it's going to be fast enough, most likely.
Okay, I was going to say I would cast Fury, pitching the Pyroblast, just to get a spell cast. So you can go Engineer next turn. We're probably just dead. But yeah, I think that's better. So you can go Engineer next turn for something.
Well, I can just do that the next turn cycle anyways, right?
Oh yeah, then it gets cancelled. Yeah, you're right. You're right. No, they have an Archon.
I
also a
hate
reason.
everything.
So this deck
Remember
is also
when
like
some Cloud Goat Ranger guy did this to me recently?
yeah, that
What
guy
an
was
arse! What an
that guy was pretty
arsehole.
mean. You were playing, yeah, you playing Delver, you deserve it.
Was I? No, I was playing like fucking Predict Pile. Remember?
Oh, whatever. It's all the same to me.
Hmm.
Okay, well, nice. Let's just play Great Furnace Welder, and
And hope.
like, yeah, if they just have reanimation spell for Archon, fine.
Well, so hypothetically, we could draw a lightning bolt and kill the Archon,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So
And then we have, yeah.
So
outs.
I think it's actually better. Well, no. I
No,
don't know.
they should get the Archon here. Ooh, we get this for okay. We actually win. Use the engineer's ability, get Painter in the graveyard, and then sack the engineer.
Oh, I have exactly enough mana as well because I'll just
Yeah,
float.
you actually have yeah.
Wow, that is hot. Wait.
So make sure you sack the
Okay.
engineer.
So were they not supposed? They shouldn't have griefed the engineer then, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Discard.
And just got a Pyroblast. Yeah. Nice.
That is really nice. Right.
Yeah.
Float.
Mhm.
All right.
Go
Go get
Grindstone.
Grindstone.
Mhm.
Play my mana source.
Yep.
So I need to hold priority, or actually,
You can weld out the Great Furnace.
Yeah, it works.
It doesn't matter, but if you want to be flashy and lose the game to not holding
No,
priority by
fuck
mistake.
that. Fuck that.
Name black just because of snuff out, but yeah, whatever. There's no way they have it.
Well,
It's
also
just,
they would have just snuffed out the welder, anyways.
That's true.
You know,
Right.
I think our opponent
This game-
actually they actually killed themselves, right? Because if you take Pyroblast instead of Engineer, that can't happen.
Yep, they did.
Okay.
They did indeed.
So skill game.
So, yep, skill game. So
my assumption
Curse.
is you don't actually have time to Carnivore Crypt, right?
That's exactly it. So I bring in the crypt. In the slower matchups or where you have some more interaction, like Dredge, you can like Pyroblast the cantrips and stuff. But this matchup is just too slow. So yeah, I cut the Khans, cut the Furies, cut the Bolts. I bring in the Needle to name Grizzlebrand. Like you kind of, they can just like do stuff to you really. I'd bring in the Grindstone as well over a. Either Fable or Brayers. I haven't really decided yet.
My suspicion is Fable's better than Breyas.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah.
That was hilarious. That like they just.
Yeah.
I don't think they thought it all the way through what was going to happen.
I almost want to bring in the Maguses over the Fables as well.
I think that I wouldn't.
On the draw, it's bad. No, never mind. I forgot.
I also think on the play it's bad too because the games don't last that long.
Yeah, but if you just don't let them have black mana, they don't always draw a pedal.
It's true.
Oh shit! Yeah, Bridge. I forgot about Bridge. Bridge should come in.
Oh.
All right. This is a turn 2 kill. I would keep it, and you can play both your combo pieces turn 1.
Yeah.
This is not the kind of hand you often look for, but it's too fast to like. They might just have like a turn 1 looting hand thing.
Or they might just have a hand of all discard. Although that looks a lot like an Entomb to me, which means I don't want to play out the Painter Servant because it will just die to Archon then.
Yes, but also it's then going to get discarded in our hand.
I mean, which should we play around then, right? That's the real question.
Yeah, that's I think it's like kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't thing. So
it's actually no, we can just figure it out.
You could also go like Tomb, Grindstone, Pedal, Engineer, bait the Archon, but they're going to get Grizzlebrand. Then you have the Tomb. You're missing a mana to then combo the turn after. My instinct is just to like make them have the right things and go like Tomb, Pedal, Grindstone, Painter.
Okay.
Like it's a good thought. I agree that we'll probably get Archon. They might just have like a Serenity and expecting Leyline or something as well. Yeah, I'd name blue.
Whatever. We're just gonna fuck with them.
It
actually
this game
does not matter. I think this game.
Yeah, there's the
I don't like this. So yeah, it just felt.
So they'll get Grisbrand.
Well,
The thing is, if so, they're gonna get Grisbrand surely. They might get Iona and like name Black, but which is fine with us. But the thing is, if they've got Entomb into Grisbrand and get the thing, then like they're gonna draw more discard.
What?
Iona.
They actually have Iona. I haven't seen Iona in ages.
Yeah,
but also it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Nope. Nice. They should have waited for the grindstone to be played. I think they're just like power through a league and not thinking about things.
Who would ever do that with Reanimator? Who would ever do that with Reanimator?
I know. Even if they get the Iona here, we still beat it on board with the Saga.
Well, aren't they just also dead?
They're dead now, but just in case, like, we didn't have the grindstone here to play turn 1.
Oh, sure.
They definitely should have just waited for a whole turn and entombed in return. But yeah. All right. Well, these were skill games.
It actually was a skill game in game 1 because we should have been dead, right?
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, we were rewarded for. I mean, these games, opponent could have won. Let's be honest. Both of them.
I don't know if you still have leftover QPs. Actually, you can enter Double Masters Limited Prelims with your leftover QPs if you have 45. But
I think I had exactly 40 for the showcase challenge. Okay, cool. And check this. This is so I had 33 in the morning. And I was like, you know what? I got up at 10. It was like the Sunday. I was like, I've got a few hours. No, I did a few other things. And then at 1 p.m. I had 33. I was like, I've got 3 hours to get 7 QPs. So I got to 5-0 and 4-1 a league with Reanimator, turbo speed. And then finished the leagues at quarter to 4, got the cards quickly and joined.
Fair enough. Yeah, I remember I was a victim.
Yeah, that was the night before, so I 3-2'd that league.
Wow, I wasn't even a good victim for you?
Come on. I started 3-0 and then kind of just I was doing the turbo, just playing fast as well, like the last opponent.
It's all less relevant now when there's not any events coming up right away. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I
didn't even know that I could play it, so I was just like, yeah.
Yeah, Legacy's fine. I don't know. I think despite all of the hubbub about like Iteration probably being a card that probably shouldn't exist, I think Legacy's still relatively fine right now.
I'm going through a weird patch where I'm just loving playing, and I'm playing like just nonsense and stuff.
I do like nonsense.
Yeah.
But I also do like winning, so it's kind of
How can I convince you to play Mardu Flicker?
Mardu do.
Yeah. I played against Sylvia and they were streaming and I like it destroyed them. Like there was in game 1 I'd set up a play where I was going to like Solitude and bring back Solitude and Fury at the same time, and they conceded with the first Solitude in the sec. I was like, no, I've got like 3 more coming, wait. And
you kicked him out of your house too quickly with your Solitude.
Yeah, basically. And then in the second game, I set up a turn where, like, just with a Fury, I killed, like, a Shredder, a DRC, a Delver, and a Big Murktide. Just, like, brought back Flicker, Femrate, do loads of things.
Did you have actual brought back in your deck?
Hell yeah.
Wow, that card is sick. The problem with that card is only one person plays it in Modern, and they win no matter what they do. It's CFT Sock 3, I don't know if you've seen their Legacy decks, too. They have, like, very...
Hornet Queen.
Yeah, they have very interesting looking decks. I'm just convinced they're a mad scientist, really.
They are. They did a big Twitter post where they were playing like an over 80 card Yorion deck, but at some point in like 5-0 leagues, and I think did well in a challenge. And they like got called out for like, lol, this is so silly. And then on Twitter they explained it all, and it was like, God, I may not like agree with the conclusion, but they really had a lot of nice reasoning.
I think I respect the people who have reasoning for their decisions, and then there are the people who just have a deck list and they can't explain why they do anything, and I don't. It's hard to respect those people. Like, I mean, I guess if someone has like 25 wins in a row, you probably have to say there's something there. Even if it is 5 leagues, 25 wins in a row is like nearly impossible. even if you're like, it's very likely your deck is not misbuilt if you have 25 wins in a row. Is what I would say.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
Soul Herder.
Yeah.
I love that card.
Soul Herder's great. I played this Bant like M-Rate deck, which I should have included Soul Herder. I forgot yesterday. I showed it to you.
It's fair. Soul Herder is sick with Eternal Witness and Time Warp. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh. We got the repair?
What? Oh shit! I don't like the Reanimator matchup still, but now we know it. Like this is. We're not going to win game 1. They've mulliganed to 6 cards. I think this is a keep.
All right. I guess we just hope they hit their fail case and we like have a fast combo or the Saga fires.
Yeah, like we have the goblins to help, and the Saga could get there. I just think on the draw, knowing the matchup, we probably just lose, and we could mull to either the one Soul Guide or like a really fast Ancient Tomb hand, but. I also have this thing where in leagues, here I just like keeping hands that I would keep normally, even if I know the matchup, just because it helps me, see how the deck performs, really.
Okay, yeah, we were just never beating this hand because we didn't even get a turn, really.
Yeah. Let's have them, like, draw loads of cards, and then we top deck a bolt.
They'll be at 5.
Let's draw 2 bolts.
How does that help? Of Burn will attack us for 6 before that happens.
Alright, they know what we're playing, but let's concede. It's over.
I really just like that we actually got paired versus the same person when this still is the same league for them, according to the MTG bot.
It is? What?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I was about to say they must have finished their other one really fast.
But it says 3-1. Oh, okay. Like, and the bot doesn't lie. So that actually infuriates me.
We were in the queue for 3.5 minutes. I almost said let's quit and do it. So the same as before. Furies, Khan, bolts out. Yeah, bridge in this time. Good shout, and probably for a Fable. Bolts. Yep. And Tormod's Crypt in. Pit the Needle in.
Versus. Although, like,
and I want to bring the Grindstone in just to like have faster combo hands over a Fable.
I'll cut the second Fable. Yeah. The one thing I hate about Hearse is it isn't good unless you have fast mana, but we do have fast mana in this deck. Because when you play Izzet versus Reanimator, it's actually often too slow because the game's kind of already decided by that point.
Yeah. I mean, you have Force of Will to bridge you, but yeah, I agree.
I mean, their deck is really good at killing through one Force. That's kind of how the deck is designed.
It's true. Yeah, Hearse is a cool one. It's obviously for like DRC and Murktide and stuff. Yeah. This is interesting. I think we can do better.
I was just say, if I were to keep this hand, how do you even play it? Because it's kind of awkward.
Yeah, I'd probably be going like you probably wanted to go Needle, so it's probably just not worth it because if that's the best play. So yeah. All right. Well, this is better.
Okay.
And I would put back the. I wish we could cards once upon a time first. I'm inclined to keep the blast because they could have sided into show and tells.
I kind of want to ship the Needle personally.
Yeah, I agree. I think I agree with that.
Because you just look at the rest of your hand and you're like, okay, you can't ship that. You probably want to keep that, and you definitely don't want to ship mana. So
yeah,
the Needle's really the only thing you can ship.
Yeah, so once upon a time first.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we want to play the Opal and stuff out. Right.
There's a Painter's Servant, but the problem is that even good?
Yeah, it seems great, because we're going to go Furnace, Opal, play Grindstone off Furnace, and have them Opal up if we want to. And then, next turn we can go Painter with Blast up. Yeah.
If I draw a land, right?
Oh, yeah, sure. But
so that's why I'm thinking about it, but I guess it's probably still correct.
I think so.
There's no other good plan, really.
Yeah. Turn surprised, did you get a new mic, Callum? No. I'm pretty bad at forgetting to. Often forget to speak straight into it, so maybe I've got it right in front of me this time.
It sounds really good right now, actually.
Cool. That's good. Just oh dear. I mean, yeah, it's what it is. I'm like kind of in a zen. Like I'm over.
Whoa.
If Reanimator has the nuts, they have the. Oh, okay.
So they have a slower hand, right? That's what it means?
Yeah. They have a Serenity. Yeah. Ouch. Interesting.
Alright.
I still like playing all the things out. We're just gonna get a bit wrecked by that. So it goes.
Fuck.
Alright. Let's pass. If we had a mana as well, we could blast it. That's why they took the painter.
I mean,
yeah, whatever happens.
maybe they'll take so long to combo that it won't work out. But
Thoughtsy's bug again. Yeah, I don't absolutely hate our spot. Obviously, it's unfortunate, but whatever.
It's not actually that bad, weirdly enough, because
no, we could draw like a.
It's actually
that's amazing.
I'm gonna say, if the show and tell thing happens, I'm gonna blame you because you called it.
yeah.
I actually don't even think they should side in show and tell in this matchup if I had to guess.
Yeah. I agree.
Alright, if you're gonna complain about MTGO UI, I sentence you to playing 12 months of Arena and not being able to do anything with your sunk cost economy cards.
So because they're taking so long on the face saluting, that means they have a creature in hand. I'm pretty sure, because they're now just thinking, can I afford to
2 Entombs.
have it surgical? Right, so I feel like we're getting Thoughtseize here.
By the way, Matt said Cabal Therapy one time. What a monster.
Gross. Here's the Thoughtseize. Oh, they take our painter. Okay, that's fine.
Dead format?
Name blue. Go on.
Okay, cool. I enjoy dead formats.
Okay, yeah.
White. It's really funny. Why are you even here if you think it's a dead format? That's a real question.
Crazy people. All right.
Yeah, the Leaping Lizards team was the first team to do it in like the early 2000s. I remember that shit.
Let's draw an Ancient Tomb now. Come on.
I like how all of the MTGO supporters have shown up. Talk.
I love it. I love Magic Online.
So do I.
Yeah. I don't care about UIs. I like to play the game.
I tried to like Arena. The problem is they made it so I would really hate it.
Let's go, Welder. Now we're gonna lose the show and tell.
That would. Suck
I think it's worth playing.
Yeah.
What can you just get the?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Weld out the Tuesday.
Player controls. Oh, so I can't.
Or you can. I think they're casting a grief here. Yeah.
That's fine.
Or no, Faith is looting. Okay.
That's absolutely
so
fine.
you can weld the painter
into
the pedal, and then we get the painter in our graveyard, right?
Yeah, which obviously is worth something.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because how else are we going to beat this 18-turn clock of 1/3 beatdown?
Yeah. And then when we get the painter and play in name blue, we're feeling pretty good.
Crystal Grand Dark Ritual. I do really like how all of the the painter altering of the colors always looks so cool.
It's so cool. Black is my favorite, and I always like, if I can't think of a reason for another color, I'll name black, because you never know, snuff out and treat more or whatever. But then I just think it looks the coolest, and then that's great. So I would play painter off that
and name blue. Yeah. Ooh, things are going to look really nice now, right?
Yeah. They look a bit weird now. That's pretty cool.
This one not
the
much
artifacts
to
are cool. Yeah.
I thought it would look cooler, but it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Do I even want to weld this out now?
Not until the end of their turn. And I don't know if you actually do. No, you don't want to give them a pedal, probably, because they could hard cast a grief or something. Yeah. Well, I would just pass. Yeah.
What a weird game.
Azorius Painter versus the black deck and the red deck.
We're playing a Jeskai Control Mirror. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Another Serenity, which we will blast. Okay. So
Surgical their Gristle, and then they'll entomb.
Surgical the Gristle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I would. You could consider like countering the Entomb, but I think we just want to get then like use the Surgical again.
Well, they know about this one, right? But they don't know about the second one.
All right.
Okay, this is fine. And then we get them. Although this is actually the wrong order.
Yeah, they're doing it well. Yeah.
But it also doesn't matter because we had them.
Oh, I would just hold. I would just let the first Surgical resolve first. See if they have something crazy in their hand that we're not expecting.
Sure.
And then you have Blast up. Like we can't. Nothing can go wrong, but you might as well get the information. Animate Dead and looting.
Okay, how many They have 3 Serenities and 3 Wear Tears. That's actually a lot of like destruction.
Yeah, I just wanted to say they didn't bring in Show and Tell as well, which is nice to know about.
Well, they don't even have an Underground Sea in their deck, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. All right.
Okay. There are no Underground Seas. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we can take out the Archon. Cool. 11 turn clock now.
Remember when we had no lands?
They only have 1 Archon as well, which is interesting.
I think they sided down, but I honestly think that's probably a mistake.
Yeah. When I was playing it, Archon was just incredible like, every time.
I would actually play 4 Archons before 4 Gristlebrand's personally, but people do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. They're giving them
I still wouldn't. You just don't want to give them a pedal. Oh, they can see. Okay. So here, it depends what we draw. Like, we could then go Engineer. I wouldn't want to cast I wouldn't want to tap out the red until we found another red source to play the Engineer.
Well, weren't they just dead? Oh, no, they weren't. Right.
You don't have enough mana to activate. If we drew a Soul Land, they were dead there.
Yeah.
I think we keep our sideboarding.
Yeah, I mean, none of those cards are good.
No. And we hope that, like, we don't have a lot of
we just have to, like, click the button until our hand's reasonable. This is probably not it.
This is not it.
If I knew my cop card was Ancient Tomb, I would probably keep this hand, but it's not. No.
Heraldor says, your passion for Painter is incredibly infectious. Love to see it. Thank you. It was like, I've always loved Painter over the years, and I wanted to get it and play it. And the more I play it, the more I love it. It's just such a interesting deck. So I used to, Mulligan, yeah. I would keep this.
Yeah, it's a turn 1 Hearse, which is actually like the critical turn, right? Like
it's a turn 1 Hearse, and even if they have a Chancellor, you have the Once Upon a Time to do it.
Put back a Saga. Yeah, that's my intuition as well.
Yeah. Right, and then this is just like, I hope they don't kill us turn 1.
But also, they sideboarded out Chancellor when we looked. Remember?
They could bring it back on the play, though.
Sure.
Okay, well, this looks like one of those hands. Sweet. It's all right. These happen, and you just move on with your life, and whatever.
Yeah.
Chat saying they were dead 1 turn earlier. I think they end a turn welled out your Painter for Grindstone than you do. Do we have a Grindstone in the graveyard? Chat saying we had a Grindstone in the graveyard, so maybe. Let's take our turn. All right, if we had a Grindstone in our graveyard, then yeah, we did. We just kind of
okay. Then sorry, then I did miss it.
Where did we have it from? It got Serenity earlier. Derp. Yeah, okay. We're just dumb. That was very, very silly.
It also did not even remotely matter. I think is the actual reality.
All right.
This is fun for one person.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just that it does. Like with 2 Surgicals, you can't mulligan to it. I think this keep is fine. And
there's a chance that they just have to like pass on 1 without having a ritual or fast mana. You know?
Exactly. I think it's totally reasonable. And even if they had like if they have a turn 1 discard spell, they take the Hearse, and then we have like draw step.
They've had too much fun. We can't let them have more fun.
Yeah. Trying to waste opponent's time.
All right, Callum, you have a very, very special task. which is make sure chat doesn't get out of control while we go to the bathroom.
Okay.
But knowing you, you might instigate something. So chat,
I would never dare.
If there's instigation, remember to use those Twitch Prime subs. Twitch Prime subs is all I'm gonna say.
Right. Come on, chat. Right, he's got. I'm watching the stream on the side. He's got his headphones off. He's looking at the chat. He knows something's up. Right. How do we do? Can someone make a poll, like, and make fun of Jarvis with the poll? I don't know. I feel like a dog that has chased a car but has finally caught it. I don't know what to do though. I don't know what to do. I can't even like access his computer. I can't like hack it. Oh, how do someone make a poll and say what's Jarvis's best achievement? Like blasting islands into days or yeah. Yes. Is Jarvis still that lands guy? Yes, there we go. Obviously. I'm voting for obviously. You could hack his Jarvis account and drop him from this event and register him. You know, I do actually have his password. He's probably changed it. Just drop and start a league with like Reanimator or something. 80 planes and Yorion.
Whoa! What happened?
Nothing.
I need to see what happened.
Absolutely nothing happened. We were considering new builds of D&T. What do you think about 80 planes and Yorion?
80 planes and Yorion? So
yeah,
we're guaranteed to cast Yorion on turn 5 every time?
Exactly. Well, you might forget to put it in your hand like turn 3 and 4.
What? Why would I do that? My deck doesn't do anything else.
Well, because there's like at least 5 turns where you forget to put, you forget that you have a companion.
That didn't happen with Yorion with me, thankfully.
What happens with me?
This does not strike me as a good hand.
I'll keep this. I love Saga
really?
Ancient Tomb Hands on the play.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just play Saga, play the Soulguy Lantern, and yeah.
Saga Lantern?
Right. Yeah. Hopefully that gets Reanimator.
Oh yeah, we would have actually demolished our opponent. So
yeah.
Oh
my god, is it? It could be.
That'd be so funny.
Skill game.
It would be kind of funny if that was actually the case, but I somehow doubt it.
Yeah. Let's not crack the Soulguy Lantern stroke card until we wait and see. Dude, this Thoughtseize bug is real. Seriously.
I think I'm just going to crank out some constructs and then...
Yes, we're cranking constructs and getting a Mox Opal with the Saga, probably.
The one Mox Opal, I thought about for a long time, and I'm just like, that has to be for... Who are we playing against? Pox?
Ooh. Yeah, it's terrible to draw. Okay. That's fine. So we're gonna make some. I'll just wait till the end of turn just in case they have like other
something
stuff.
Weird.
Yeah.
When someone's playing Dothy Voidwalker, anything's on the table.
Yeah. And then I would bolt on our turn because they're gonna have the Saga exiled with it.
Yeah,
so just get an Opal and bolt it.
Yep.
Yeah. Smack. They could have like a depth stuff here. So as we've learned, like the last thing, like depth decks can be tough. Like we don't have a ton. Like our ways to interact with depths is a bit slow. So yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's unfortunate. Okay. So I think
we've got a pretty fast clock.
I think it's just attack and play Fable. And
yeah,
Welder.
I agree. And Welder, yeah.
I mean, this is actually lethal next turn, so they'll have to block with a construct.
Yep.
Wow, this is like Onrog's nightmare.
Oh, this
attacking.
attacking. I don't want to jinx it, but like with this build, like control and mid range feels so insanely favored. It's just nice.
All right. I guess they didn't draw anything good. And remember, those of you who don't know, Dothy Voidwalker has Shadow. Is really bad at blocking. Extremely bad at blocking.
It could have had Punching Waterfall says Directional Helm could have happened, but I like Magus. Yeah.
You do. So,
Yeah.
how are you planning to utilize it? Is the real question.
Just jam it, and even if they have black mana, they have like a lot of utility lands. And so in the past, I used to like trim sagas when I was bringing Megases and stuff. Like I get it, like it kills it, but I don't mind the anti synergy.
So what do you want to cut then?
I would cut the Solgai Lantern. I would cut like 2 to 3 blasts probably. I'd bring in the Ensnaring Bridge. Because they can have. We don't actually know if they're depths yet. Because they could also be, like Helm.
Right.
We didn't see them. So there's 2 versions of these like Monoblack decks.
Right.
There's
Right. Yep.
Helm with main deck ley lines, and the Voidwalker I think is mostly in the Helm one, but it could be in both. So if it's the Helm one, I'm inclined to bring in the Needle. I think the Needle's good anyway. So
that's fair. You can always like if you get ahead on Saga, you can needle their sagas as well. It's like weird.
Yeah.
So what am I
think
cutting?
I think I'd trim 1 Magus on the draw. Like we don't know if it's amazing. We just think it's okay.
Do I want the sniper?
Not really. With 2 bolts and 3 furies, it's me.
Okay.
And I might just cut 1 more blast.
We've got Spirit Guide.
I think this is a fast matchup where we want all the fast mana.
I don't know if you saw this. I actually killed someone with recurring twin shot snipers with Glimpse of Tomorrow.
That's sick.
In the modern deck. Because there's 3 twin shot sniper in all of the sideboards, and I couldn't figure out what it's for.
Then you just keep comboing.
Well, it's sort of incidental because I think if you get to do your main combo in that deck, they get killed by like 700 on nuts triggers anyways.
Yeah.
But it is funny that looping twin shot sniper like killed them like punishing fire style.
Mm-hmm. A few questions in chat. 1, Returnal, I've still got to try Punching Fire. I do. So it's just like one of these things where I'm still just wanting to play what I think is good and I like and stuff. And I don't get to play too much. I absolutely have to get around to playing it. I do. I owe it to you. I was like skeptical, and then Returnal showed me a clip of one of their games where it just like completely won a game against Control that they would easily lose otherwise. So I'll give it a try.
With Punching Fire?
Yeah, because
the
thing is, I don't see this deck as red green. It's mono red, and you just sometimes
right. It's mono red plus cast this sometimes.
Yeah, but if you want to play green, Choke is really good, especially with this fast mana. Like if you struggle with Delver still, then yeah, and then if you're doing that, like Grove is just a good land in the deck. So I think it's cool.
Probably should keep.
Yeah, Punch Waterfalls. Have you tried Triplicate Titan or Ruin Grind? I've seen them pop up in Japanese lists. I don't like any of the big things to weld in. It's too reliant on welder.
Matt's asked you how are you able. What the? Did you see that? It was like blank for a second.
No.
It was actually 100% blank for a second. Yeah. How are you standing so in front of Terminus Nord in that pose for so long without moving?
Yeah, it's a good question. I'm a man of many talents. I can punt games of Magic, and I can stand very still.
By the way,
I can't do much else.
I didn't cast this in response because I think that's like kind of a mistake.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it actually just tells you. I probably
now I'd like to cast it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to give them the option of casting that.
Well, yeah. This is interesting actually. I think I take the Painter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think they were supposed to play Voidwalker before Thoughtseizing?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I agree. Maybe they had another play, and if we had 2 pieces of removal,
sure,
and they hit it. See, I'd go Mountain in case they have just like a. I don't want to play a fetch because they might want to fetch.
Sure.
And don't want to play Furnace in case they have like Dark Ritual into Khan or something silly.
So I kind of think their mono black deck probably can't use these fetches, but I guess it's better to be safe. It doesn't. Really
that's a fair point. No, you're right. I didn't think of that.
Shadow Spear. Right. We found the.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's fine. Don't needle like
one of these fetches. No,
I mean they should needle Grindstone, but you never know.
I'm gonna give our opponent the credit.
Okay, they did name Grindstone.
Yeah. Stop disrespecting your opponents, Jarvis. Ooh, this is interesting.
Sure. I feel like I should play Fable.
The city's really good. I wouldn't. I don't feel like we're actually under that much pressure. Like they don't draw a land, then they're just equipping and hitting us with 4. I would just a painter and name blue. I think.
All right. I think giving them this arid mesa doesn't matter. I'm not going to expose the taiga because they could have wasteland.
Yeah, I agree. And the next turn, if we don't like draw anything good, then we can go. Like we're not going to combo for a little bit because we need to obviously remove the pithing needle. But like,
Dark Confidant. That's a good card.
That's a good draw. Yeah.
Where's my Renin 6 to take it out?
Where's our Fury now? That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Oh.
Karn's very good.
Actually, if I Karn here, it just gets killed by the Voidwalker, though.
We could tick up, but yeah.
But is
I
that
would
even...
hold on. Oh. I think I would just play like another Fetch and Fable.
Yeah, exactly. I think playing the Karn this turn doesn't do anything.
Yeah, like they're gonna get the Saga to go off, so they probably get an Expedition map because they're stuck on lands. So
wow, I got secret pulled. Holy shit, you got
no,
me.
You didn't.
Yeah, I can see the ball right there.
Oh, don't play your land. Don't play your land, Jarvis. I think there's actually a very good reason to play Karn and just tick up because I think that the Dark Confidence is going to give them draws, isn't it? Oh, never mind. I'd go Foothills Fable. I was thinking if they didn't have the Bob, I like playing Karn and just ticking up so that they can't like Saga get a map. But I would also just get a mountain here, just because the Goblin token is going to make treasures if we draw once upon a time.
Sure.
And yeah, no deck.
Yep, 1-3 beating 2-1.
Yeah, so they might draw like discard here and stuff, but whatever.
Oh, so they are depths.
They are depths. Okay, it's good to know. We did bring in 2 Magus. We're kind of like hedging.
Is the bridge in our main deck or sideboard?
Main deck, I think, and I like it here because we can engineer for it. It's being in the main deck finds it faster, basically.
Right.
Karn is 7 mana, and you need to hit 4 first, whereas engineer can come down quicker.
Oh, did you see that some of these decks have Ivugan and Cabal Coffers in the sideboard?
I didn't. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
You're giving Jarvis... I'm giving Jarvis 5 different lines, so at least one of them wasn't bad. This is how my brain works. I just think out loud. All right, I think we can discard the Great Furnace. And I'm thinking about the Welder.
Welder looks extremely bad here. Like, what do you think?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
But
I forgot about that.
The one flip side is if we give them a Welder, that's kind of bad for us too, right?
It is. Are they gonna? Yeah, I think they're gonna have to attack with the Delphi next turn, though.
Okay.
Let's see what we draw. I'll discard the Welder. Let's see. We have so many good draws.
Okay,
all right.
Good. All right,
great.
That's good.
Let's. I'd probably should attack with the Goblin first. Then we can go. They're never blocking here. Then we can go blast the Delphi. Play Karn and Fable.
So what's my plan if...
Actually, you know what? Again, I'm just thinking out loud. We can just ignore the Delphi, and we can just play Karn, get Grindstone, and then we can blast the Pithing Needle. And win next turn.
Okay, so is there any danger in doing that? I can't see any danger in doing that.
So we probably don't... Yeah, I guess like if we get the needle, we're playing it already. So yeah, I like that. Like if they need to draw a discard spell, and like 2 of them to get. Oh, they need to draw 1 discard spell because then we can't Pyroblast Grindstone as well. Pithing Needle even. But yeah, I like this.
Should I play out the Grindstone?
Yeah.
So if they discard spell it, we can just get it from exile. Oh no, they can just activate their Voidwalker and put it into play. That's right. Okay. Oh, and then kill us. Never mind. Okay, that's really bad. How many Painter Mirrors have you played in your life?
Not that many. Like
I feel like it gets super goofy, right? It's mostly just about beatdown. It has to be, right?
It's weird. So I bored down to 1 painter, but yeah.
Agreed. It reminds
me
of
in the past it used to be a lot more. Yeah. In the past, it used to be like a lot weirder, but All right. No, hold. I think we might want to kill the Douthie instead. I think we do kill the needle. I'm just thinking.
So actually, the issue is if we kill the needle, then they can kill any of our permanents, right?
Or like the Pyroblast goes to the graveyard, and they then can tap the Douthie to cast the Pyroblast.
Exactly.
If they need to.
Yeah. Oh
So,
no,
yeah.
no, it'll be dead, right?
Yeah, but if we blast the needle, I mean.
Exactly. So I think I have to kill the Dauthi Voidwalker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I agree. We'll just find another blast for that later. It's fine.
Yeah, we have a lot going on.
Or we'll beat them up with our creatures.
Yeah, we could even they're gonna equip the Dark Confident,
and then we can get Twin Shot Sniper and kill it. So
they're gonna attack Khan with a 3/2, but I'm gonna play more Painted Mirrors than I've played Lands Mirrors. Yeah, I haven't played that many yet, but they get weird. Like, the thing is, I think they used to be a lot more skill intensive and finicky, but now Khan and Fury are just kind of like big bombs. So I don't know. I played some mirrors where I've had the bombs, and it's just you don't really need to do much, or vice versa. Yeah, opponent's needles on grindstone.
Okay, so they can get a welder. Wait, what did they get? Oh, they played welder.
They got it. Yeah, makes sense. Seems good. And then they probably equip the. Oh, they can't equip the Shadow Spear. Oh, no. They're in trouble. Yeah. So, see what we draw and see what we have in our sideboard. El Carnarino. Oh, Twin Shot. Awesome. Cool.
So I think I get. Yeah, and I just cast all my stuff. Obviously. I'm killing welder.
Kill the weld. Yeah.
I mean, the combat's a little bit scary, but it's
not really.
Also, I can weld the sniper in and out. So
yeah, it even has reach to block the Parrot Lage. Twin Shot and Fable, yeah,
probably.
Yeah, might as well attack with the Goblin.
Or the Painter as well.
That's true. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. No Lattice, because basically, I think to play Lattice, you need a Lion's Eye Diamond either in your main deck or sideboard. Doesn't really matter, because 6 mana can be tough to get to. Obviously, we have it this game, but it's like turn 5 and stuff. So you want to threaten fast Lattice if you do, and I don't think LED is that good in the deck. Like, if you play in a metagame where there's a lot of combo and you need to be a faster combo deck and stuff, then I would play an LED in the main deck, and then you probably have the. Well, that's a punish for attacking the Painter. All our goblins are smaller.
Is that actually a punish?
It is a punish because the 1 life doesn't matter, but it's not going to change the game.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to do very much. I mean, it's going to kill this and shrink this and shrink.
It just means we don't have a good block attacking the Khan. But I think we'll just block the Twin Shot. That's fine.
Well, the thing is, if we blocked with the Painter, they could have just engineered the Painter away as well, right?
Yeah. And then we have Welder to bring it in and stuff.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. We have lethal.
I'm looking.
Can't make the Grindstone a creature. Iki make a Twin Shot, bolt something. 1,
it's
2,
really close.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 damage.
But all of their stuff is dead, so how did they get out of it? I don't think they can.
Yeah, so. I agree. I think I'll just save the. Well, yeah. Let's do it. Smash.
What if I don't even kill that? What if I just attack them?
Yeah, isolate the Grindstone. Plus on the Grindstone. Yeah, see what they do.
Also, what I could have done, actually I didn't consider this. I should have just animated that and bolted it, right?
Yeah. True. Good point.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But whatever, they're dead anyways. They're actually dead to bolt anyways, so not blocking is fine for them, I think.
Yeah. Cool, that was an interesting game.
Yeah, felt like we were Felt like our deck was just kind of better set up than theirs were. But...
Yeah, I think this current build just has a lot of interaction pieces and stuff, and you can like. I really love how the Fable loots, and you just do have some more card selection. So like the Fable looting, the Saga searching, the Once Upon a Times, the Engineer searching, Khan from the sideboard. You just have it's almost similar to like kind of Greenson Zenith crop rotation decks in a
right.
in a bit of a way. You just have tons of searching tutors.
And I think sometimes I used to think Painter had a threat density issue. I don't think that's the case with this deck.
I agree.
You just you don't actually run out, and I think that's just like MH2 or whatever design you want to say. Like Fury is obviously a huge pickup as well.
Yeah, Fury is incredible because it just if I wasn't playing Once Upon a Time, I think I'd still keep with Pyrokinesis, and I don't know if I'd play any main. So Fury is just like good enough to play main. And Fury, Fable lets you play some slightly niche cards because you can discard them and stuff. But Fury just is so good into this current metagame as well because there's tons of creature decks and planeswalkers.
Yeah.
Apparently, getting ahead on mana with Soul Lands is better than the Dark Ritual and Fair matchups. Who would have guessed? We did. We guessed. We're not like you, Mats. We're not on your level.
Matt's Ole. He used to be the 4C Loam guy in MTGO. You remember that, right? You always knew what you were in for.
Yeah. I always crushed him. It was easy.
Did you?
No, of course not. Alright, this sounds great. We got
Fable's the brainstorm of red decks? That used to be Fatal Suiting in Modern. Oh god, please
don't be another Reanimator.
Please.
Come on.
Can we just get a Goblins matchup? I'd be down to play against some Goblins.
Any Goblins in chat?
Any Goblin Goons in chat?
Bug Ritual.
I still don't think I'm supposed to cast this, really.
Yeah, I might actually just cast it now to get a Painter and be something threatening, and then we have a Painter in the graveyard because I have to take it.
Okay, sure. But what if
if we miss...
Okay, well, I guess I'll take Painter over Bloodstained Mire because fuck that.
I think this is legit because now we like... If they don't take Painter, we could just draw a fast mana source and play Saga Painter. And then that, if they don't have Archon or something, they might race them.
I don't think that generally races them, but I'm also kind of sick of playing against Reanimator. Like, it's kind of funny. This shit doesn't normally bother me, but if I'm not like actually trying to test the Reanimator matchup, I would prefer to play against different decks.
Yeah, like, 3 in the same league, 2 against the same person is bullshit.
I don't mind like once in a while. I actually also don't mind if it just shows if decks show up with like the proportion that like they show up on Goldfish or whatever, right? Like if a third of my matches are actually versus Izzet, like kind whatever, that's probably like a realistic simulation of a tournament, you know?
Yeah. I was really hoping you play against, which gives me hope that it's not.
Yeah, that's super weird.
I would play Saga here.
Oh, would you?
Yeah, I think they are Reanimator, and just hope that they have a slower hand. Yeah. Anyway,
I didn't actually. That gave me like not Reanimator vibes for some reason.
Maybe. Let's hope. Yeah, it could be. But I think playing the Saga turn 1, if it's not Reanimators, it's not ideal. But we have a turn 2 play into a turn 3 play and stuff. It's not that bad to play at turn 1 either. Like we are threatening a turn 3 combo if we do that.
Okay, I probably should have played it. Scrubland.
Come on. Okay. Fucking
fine.
Blah.
Whatever. I mean, let me emphasize for chat. It's not that I don't mind playing against this deck once in a while. It's just that the games are extremely the games are extremely repetitive. Is the actual issue I have.
Yeah. You know, we could actually. Yeah, there's a chance we win if we'd played the Saga turn 1 still. They could miss on a discard spell here. We could draw a bolt as well. Painter should just run 4 Surgical's main for leagues, yeah.
Should Painter run more main deck graveyard hate? Probably not.
Come on, if there's some justice in the world, we'll draw a bolt.
The one thing about this is, I actually think the Painter deck would have been better in the prelim if it had fired, but it didn't look like it was going to fire. Because what actually happens in those prelims is you play against like Izzet 9,000 times.
I was really hoping we play against Blue Red Delver more because I think I actually recounted because I wasn't sure, but I'm actually 9-1 against the deck.
Oh, nice.
Which is amazing for being how good it is. Right, we have no outs. Let's concede. Yeah, I didn't think it was that good. So, and that's in the last like month and a half or so. All right, you know the drill.
It's literally just the same shit over and over.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right.
What's up, Lawrence? How's it going, man?
They could have thought he's just had 2 life, but it was extremely unlikely.
Yeah. Yeah, Jarvis knows the Reanimator sideboarding.
Did I miss anything? No, I didn't. Think.
No. Good. Sweet.
All right, I'm really prepared for the red splash green versus Reanimator matchup now. I know the ins and outs. I know all the tricks, chat.
I really, really wanted to play against Delver here, so like.
It's getting late for you too, so.
Oh yeah, bridge. Chat's right. Bridge.
Oh
bridge.
shit! I'm kind of medium on bridge, but sometimes it's a reasonable stopgap. Because I think
they're gonna have wear tear and they're gonna have serenities, but like they don't always have the Grizzlebrand. So if they have the Archon or like just go for I don't know, just some random big creature, then you can use it.
Right.
It's like one of these things where if you keep like a surgical or whatever and it gets thought seized, but then you have the option to like play a turn 1 engineer or turn 2 engineer, you're gonna grab bridge probably if there are creatures in the graveyard and whatever.
Right.
It's nice versus Shunt Pivot. Yeah, it's not good. It's because we were forgetting to bring it in. It's one of probably the weakest cards, but it's better than a Fable or whatever.
Weinberg, it's Painter splashing once upon a time. No other green card. I feel like the splash wouldn't work without Urza Saga though, or it wouldn't make. Okay, well, I guess I'm keeping.
Yep, seems good. Don't Chancellor us. Don't Chancellor us.
Like, it's weird because I don't think all of the decks have Chancellor anyways.
Yeah. They've mostly gone, but some have them sideboard. Yeah. You know. Yeah. Sorry, what you were saying something a second ago, and I've already.
Someone was asking what the deck was. I was just telling them it's.
Oh, okay.
We're just.
Oh yeah, you were saying Saga and Once Upon a Time. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Even if you had Once Upon a Time like as it is now, if there was no Saga, I don't think I'd play it.
Agreed.
Do you find Saga off it so often?
Would you say Saga's the problem card?
Not a problem card.
Problem is the wrong word. Because I think like Legacy actually adjusted to it.
For the format.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic for the format. It's amazing design. It's a super powerful card, which is very hard to add to the blue decks.
That's true, actually. People tried and it just wasn't really that good because I think structurally speaking, the blue decks have to devote a lot of space to cantrips. So you kind of just you run out of space to put in artifacts, you know?
Yeah. Probably discard the welder. And assuming they do, we've got to be a little bit careful of if they reanimate it in another artifact in our graveyard, so they weld out the Solgay Lantern. So let's see. Homogenizes the non-blue decks. It doesn't really. Like
it
cast lands, painter. I don't think it does. I mean, like from a blue perspective, maybe it's all the same because you're getting smacked in the face by constructs, but decks are pretty different. Yeah, I'm a massive fan of Saga. Right. I would not crack the Lantern to draw a card because we could draw a Painter to blast the Serenity.
Right. All right.
I think I would thin though. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean here it's clearly correct because my deck doesn't really do anything. Because I guess I'm cracking first.
Yep. Yep.
This is
Let's play
extremely
Tiger.
sad. I think we're
It
gonna
is.
lose now, but
No, we're not. Believe. Believe. You need to play goblins with Saga, Once Upon a Time, and Fable. Shadow Spear on a pile driver. Oh yeah.
I'm
Let's
asking
cast.
me. I should just
Let's cast
cast
Once Upon a
his.
Time.
Yeah, because if they
Yeah.
take my painter in response and then like cast Zoom, it works out.
Yeah. You have 2 cards left in hand, which is obviously going to be or something. I'd probably just grab the welder.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna do very much. I think we're dead,
No,
but
probably. Well, they have 2 cards in hand. Let's hope it's not Entomb and Animated, which it totally is.
if they're targeting us instead of themselves, I think it probably is the thing. You know?
Yeah. Or they're worried of this deck, what it can do. They might be dead.
Oh, Shadow Sphere on Pile Driver is nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
By the way,
And
the
I'm
saddest.
talking about artifact goblins with like Lackey and stuff, and I've wanted to do that so much as well. It's the tools aren't there.
So I have a funny story about Pile Driver, which is I was watching a match at a GP. It was extended. I think Tempest Block had just rotated, and Calcano was playing Doran for Goblins, and in game 2, the person just plays a Pile Driver on 2, and Calcano obviously plays a turn 2 Doran. I'm just like, why is that card in your deck? And the person just didn't have an answer. I'm just like, okay, great. Well, I didn't say it during the match, but I was thinking it, and then the match ended very quickly because, like, why the fuck was Pile Driver in versus Doran? It doesn't make any sense.
A Shadow Spear on it. Well, come on, let's draw a painter. Painter, 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 and then blast that mofo. Come on. We're not actually dead yet. Let's play Fable and Welder.
Yeah, I feel dead, but
yeah,
maybe we can get extremely lucky.
Yep, there's a chance.
The chances like we double loot into the painter, or actually we draw painter, discard it to Fable, and then draw grindstone off of that.
Or like, yeah, we could just draw both. We have and a land. We're gonna have 3 draws next turn. Like, we're gonna get cards discarded. So I mean, yeah, we have outs technically. It really depends on what they have. They're gonna have many cards in hand.
If they can make 2 Archons, I believe I have 0 outs by that point.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because we only have 1 card in hand, so we.
Yeah, you can't do anything because your deck doesn't go up cards, and also you have no mana.
We could technically draw a bridge, and they don't have a answer for it.
Well, the problem is Once Upon a Time saw bridge, so I know it's in like my bottom 3 cards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is
we're not drawing bridge then.
Which is something I don't like to think about, but here it's like it actually doesn't even change how I play here. I just know it's on the bottom, so.
Yeah. Oh, lovely Reanimator.
I think it's fine for this deck to exist, but it's just not a fun experience to play against it literally every match.
Yeah.
When I was playing the predict deck, I played against Reanimator 6 times in 8 matches, and I'm just like, this is not fun either. Also, I actually got turn 2 through double force as Oops, and I'm just like, okay, I'm kind of off this format for now because I think even if you like Legacy, that's a bit much, you know?
Yeah. Again, I agree with you. I don't mind those things happening, but it's like, I don't know, we're playing against Reanimator 3 times in a league. It's a bit boring. Callum doesn't pay attention to Once Upon a Time. Noted. No, I don't really pay attention to very much stuff. Let's put in a Braze Apprentice.
It does give us.
It's not bad for us, actually.
Well, I guess what. Can they name Artifact? Oh, fuck.
Well, if we draw a painter, we get.
They should have named Artifact.
Yeah. Well, if they name Artifact, we can blast it. Chosen creatures.
But they chose creatures anyways.
They're at 2. Maybe they're scared of.
What?
Yeah.
Also, channeled.
Us attacking them. we have some outs here. Look, they're gonna Archon, I guess here. They might give Grizzlebrand vigilance.
Oh,
I don't know.
It's too. Oh, I see. By being another one.
Yeah.
Wait, do vigilance. They not have Archon in their deck?
They must not. And they don't have another reanimation spell. Okay.
Okay, so we actually have a bunch of looks. Because this is a +1 look.
Yep. We do indeed. It could have a Criteria as well, I guess, but I don't know. Let's see. Come on, baby. Come on. That is not good.
I'm discarding both, right?
Yeah.
Wait, well, so I'm kind of drawing dead now, right?
No, we can. I think we keep the Pyroblast. We need to Pyroblast the Sarah,
right? Yeah. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have floated mana and activated Bray's Apprentice in response to decide what I should have done. Because because if you see another blast, then you should discard this one.
Yeah.
But now it's too late because I already fucked up. But
yeah, maybe we do both then, just try and get lucky. But no, I think we need to skip the blast, right? Okay, let's sack the Thopter. Oh, sack the Great Furnace. You're right.
I don't think it really matters what we sack because the game is over next turn.
Yeah, we do have another. We have another draw with the Solgai Lantern as well. Let's weld out the Thopter for the Solgai Lantern, or the Brayers, I guess.
Does it matter which?
Let's do the Brayers. It's one more damage. I mean, it might matter. I don't know. All right. Yep. We get to exile the Grizzlebrand just in time.
Just in time.
Come on, let's get that.
Am I supposed to play the Saga? Probably not.
No, I don't think
I'm struggling to think if it will even matter. I don't think it does. All right, great. I can't do anything, right?
No, protection from creatures. So I guess they were right to play the Sarah because they just drew like crap, which is another reason to keep playing these games, I guess. But unfortunate. Yeah, right. We're dead.
Maybe they'll miss it.
Does their creatures have protection from creatures? Right? Yeah.
Yeah, so this card is so like it's really good when it's good, but I don't think it's actually for this matchup.
No, I very much agree.
Well, I mean,
the thing is, they might plan to name artifact with it, which it actually seems okay then. But then, yeah.
But then they named creature instead.
They named creature because they had to stay alive here.
Yeah,
next card's gonna be Painter. Because we could have looked one deeper. We could have looked one deeper.
Why would you do that?
Yeah. We should have used the Jarvis. Oh, but then we don't have the blast. So actually, it doesn't matter. We didn't. We would have had to. No, because we the only reason to do it earlier was to get the extra information. We still looked at the same number of cards. Yeah.
All right. Even though no one subbed and I'm calling certain people out, actually I don't know who I'm calling out, but Cal's here, so there's a free chest on the line.
You owe me a chest from the last sub.
Oh, do I? Okay, World Card Phoenix.
Love this card. It's actually my favorite card of all time.
No, it's not.
Damn it. Jarvis is too smart. You can't trick Jarvis. Why don't you think it was my favorite card? Dude, you can play it from your graveyard. Phoenix.
Conflux was full of gold cards like this. Conflux was actually a really weak set.
I loved drafting it. So lots of these older sets, I did all the flashbacks and stuff.
Yeah.
Is Conflux the one that had Lava Launch?
No, that's Alara Reborn, and I actually opened Lava Launch in Double Masters Sealed. And
it's in Double Masters as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, that format's completely nonsense.
So.
That format is really high power level because here's what happens in the Seal deck. You have a Cryptic Spires in every pack, so you can cast all of your shit. And the other thing is each pack has 2 rares. Remember that.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, your decks... Alright, I'll show chat my deck from yesterday. I unfortunately lost round 4, game 3 to not 4-0. But the deck was completely nonsensical.
In a prelim?
Yeah. Well, I had to use my QPs from the last season. Yeah. So,
rich.
I can't really cast this Ashen Rider, but I have Unburial Rites and 2 Extract from Darkness. I reanimate it. I do have Lava Launch. I also have Pull from Tomorrow.
Nice. They seem amazing in
so
like a slow grinding. Oh, and you got like the bounce lands as well, the cruise.
yeah, they're even upshifted to uncommon, but I opened 4, so it was like
Oh,
this was a pretty good deck.
this deck looks excellent. Yeah.
Also, one of the games I just curved Pull from Tomorrow into Avalanche on the next turn. My phone was dead. Well, I mean, I saw 6 cards, so then I Avalanche them for 6.
Makes sense.
So
I love to evoke Aether's Knife and then extract from darkness.
all right. I'll open one more chest just because you showed up. Even though I normally wouldn't do this. All right, there better be a good card in here because I'm so tilted that we played against 3 Reanimator decks.
Yeah, as I said, I really want to play.
Oh, great! That's great.
This was amazing. Okay, this is actually my favorite card.
No, it's not. I bet you couldn't even tell me that card was from Eldritch Moon if I just gave it to you in a random message.
You are absolutely correct.
Yeah, no shit, because this is such a random card to have in Eldritch Moon.
Yeah, I did draft that a bit. I liked it actually.
Eldritch Moon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like kind of slow graveyard based.
Yeah, but you could draft. My favorite deck to draft actually was just Rakdos Meld, with the fucking 2/1 and the 5-mana 3/3. That would become a 6/5 menace.
But whoever smelled it dealt it.
What?
Whoever smelled it dealt it.
Let's see. What was the actual card? Do you remember? No, it was something. Midnight Scavenger was the big half. Oh, I have to filter. That's why.
Okay.
It was Graph Rats. It becomes a 5/6 menace haste.
I always thought this was a meme, but was it good?
Depending on who you ask. Most of my teammates thought it was bad, and I thought it was good.
It wasn't Oh no, I remember the other side being bigger. 5 mana, 3/3. Yeah, I guess.
But this is a Gravedigger, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
And it gets the Graph Rats back. It dies.
Well, this is the one where you had the transforming Eldrazi things as well.
Well, these are the transforming Eldrazi things.
Yeah. I'm thinking of the green one that makes it's taps for mana and stuff. I'm just remembering.
Oh no, that's a different card. I think you can pay mana and transform it, right?
Yeah. Same set. I'm just remembering.
Okay, I'll tell a quick story from the first draft before we call it. In that PT, I'm playing against Polchion round 2, and I've won game 1. My deck is white-blue with double Rattle Chains, a bunch of spirits, and Collective Effort, if you remember that card. It's the white collective spell, so it was pretty good in draft.
That one was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, my white-blue was just completely open. Nice. So I lose game 1, but Paul has seen both of the Rattle Chains. In game 2, on turn 4, I have both the Rattle Chains in play, and he just untaps and casts a dual shot on both of them, which is 1 damage to 2 target creatures. And I'm just fuck, I'm dead, because to kill 2 2/1 flyers from 1 card for 1 mana is basically game ending.
That's some good sideboarding.
Yeah, and then I think my constructed deck was also really good, but I was bad at playing it because I didn't get enough time because it was a last minute switch.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. Eldritch Moon was fun, and I guess you liked it. I didn't like it as much as other people, but it was fine.
I think I didn't play it tons and tons, but I remember playing it playing it enough and then coming back to it a few times.
I'm trying to remember.
It wasn't like a Ravnica Allegiance for me. Let's say it like that.
It's funny you say that because I think talking to a lot of people, in retrospect, they really don't like Ravnica Allegiance, including
you had to really like Dovin's Equity.
Yeah, but okay, I guess that's true.
that was the whole format.
That's true.
It was cool discovering that the secret to beating that deck was a Scrabbling clause. So you would just try to sideboard one every time.